Hi everyone, hope everyone's having a great day. It's Thursday, so Create with Tracy today. As you're popping on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new here, my name's Tracy.bish. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. I've got a fun project for you and I have a ton of information as well. Hi Nicole, how are you? Welcome. Are you supposed to be working again or are you off? Alrighty, so I've got a few on. Welcome everyone. Hopefully you've had a really great week. Today has been super busy. So in the Stampin' Up world, we have, Stampin' Up released the retiring products for both the annual catalogue as well as the mini catalogue. So lots of things retiring. We also have a colour refresh. So some colours retiring, some colours returning, and then we have new colours, which is always super exciting. I'm actually pretty happy with the colour refresh this time around. I think it was about 5 years ago that we had one previously. So we have 11 colours actually retiring from the main colours. And then we've also got the 5 in colours retiring as well. And we've got some, I said new colours as well. So that's really exciting. Hi Jeanette, how are you? I'm just trying to think what else. Oh, we got to see the new catalogue. So if you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you were able to see the new annual catalogue as well today. And we can order from the 4th of April. So it is a great perk to being a demonstrator. You get to see catalogues early, you get to purchase the products early, and you get a discount as well, as among a lot of other but really great perks of being a demonstrator as well. So if you're thinking about it, you can do it now, and actually on the 4th of April you'll be able to order your products at a discount a month before customers, which is awesome. Hi Sue, how are you? Hopefully you're all well. Like I said, so much going on. I have been in a bit of a whirlwind today because I didn't get half the things that I wanted to get done, but so much new stuff to get out to everyone. It's really hard to get everything done and work my normal day as well. Jeanette spent her whole afternoon sorting out her retiring colours. Awesome. Now let me know, for everyone who has seen the retiring colours, what ones are you upset about? Which ones do you wish that we weren't losing? Or are you happy with them all? I will say, because there are 11 whole colours. So these ones here, I'll put it down in a minute and I can show you all of them. But we have Merry Merlot, Mint Macaron, So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, Soft Suede, Sahara Sand, Rich Razzleberry, Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Mango Melody and Pacific Point. I'm really sad to see Soft Suede and the Mango Melody go. They're two that I really like, both of those colours. So, but we've got some new ones replacing them, so that's always good as well. I knew that Pear Pizzazz would be a problem for some people. Hi Mary, how are you? Soft Suede and Blushing Bride for Sue. Sue likes them all. So you might have seen some returning colours. So we have Lemon Lime Twist. There is Blueberry Bushel. Blue Bushel. I'm not sure if I can show you them, so I didn't pull them out, but Lemon Lime Twist is good. Blueberry Bushel, I think, is the other one. We have Pretty Peacock, which I was super excited to see. Lost Lagoon, which I'm not really keen on, but the two colours, Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock, look really good together. So, that's okay. So Saffron and Soft Suede were very versatile colours. Yes, Nicole, they were. And it was Soft Suede was my go-to brown. So I find Early Espresso just that little bit darker, but we've got a new brown, or a couple of new browns, with both the in colours and the colour families. So it'll all work out just fine. I know it will. Misty Moonlight, that's it. Perfect. That is a returning colour. So there's quite a few because I've been so busy today, I didn't get to look into seeing whether we could show you some of the returning colours, and I know I have showed you the Lost Lagoon and the Pretty Peacock before, but I don't want to get in trouble by Stampin' Up, and we were sort of told that they were coming back, but it wasn't official, so I knew I wasn't going to get in trouble with that, but super exciting anyway. Oh, I love Rich Roseberry. Yes, Jeanette. Yeah, that is a really nice colour, but Blackberry Bliss has stayed, so, and we've got Berry Burst coming back. That's another one as well, so sort of got in-betweens that will work. I really like the Pinky Purple range that I think it's Pink Sugar maybe is the pink one, so that with the Fresh Freesia's coming back as well, so our in colour colour that was retiring, it's actually coming to the colour family. So much information, see? I will find out what we can share with the new in colours and do a video with you really soon. I also want to do a video with the retiring list, so both our catalogues are retiring all at the end of next month, so the mini catalogue and the annual catalogue, which means that there are a ton of products that are leaving us. So just quickly, all the colours that I listed off just before, they are the ones that I'm going to say right now that if you've got the ink pad and you don't own the re-inkers, purchase them right now. If you like any of the DSP with those colours in it, any ribbons, any embellishments, any stamping blends, any stamping right markers, if you don't own them and you want those in those colours, now's the time to get them. There are some things coming up on the 4th of April at a discount up to 60%, and I will show you those when I get the video done. But things, it will only be while stocks last, so if they run out of stock between now and the 4th before everything goes on sale, and not everything is on sale on the 4th, just selected things, you won't be able to get them. So re-inkers really sell out fast. So if you've got them, you don't have those re-inkers for those colours, highly recommend that. That and cardstock will go out super quick. Oh, the day before your birthday. Awesome, Sue. That'll be a nice present. Some good bargains on the discount. Yeah, to be honest, Jeanette, I haven't really taken that much of a notice because I've just been doing other things today. I really wanted to get a newsletter out, just letting people know about the colours that are leaving us. That way people can get their re-inkers and everything like that. I'll probably sit down tonight and go through my catalogue and work out what's retiring. I will say, I think everyone is going to be really happy with the new catalogue. I think there's a really good mix of some returning stamps, and luckily I have you know, a good selection of the ones returning, so that's really good. Some years I've done it where maybe 2 sets of my stamps have actually returned into the next catalogue, and that's really hard when you've got to buy a lot more. But anyway, so I'm really happy that there's some stamps that I actually haven't used really from the mini catalogue too much, so they're coming back and returning into the annual. So that is really good because I feel like I haven't used them at all, so that works out well. Minced beef can be very versatile. I think I missed that comment somewhere, Marion. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to pop the camera down. We're going to go through a few more announcements, and then we're going to be crafting tonight. So for everyone who's joining us, if you're part of my team, we are actually creating the card that we did in our team meeting this month, so earlier in the month. It's called a Muira Card or a Muira Card. I'm not really sure how it's pronounced. I think it's Muira, but yeah, we're going to be showing you that, and I have 5 other samples of cards to show you. So stick around for the crafting. There is going to be crafting at the end, and you're going to love this card. And I've also done up a project sheet with all the measurements and some diagrams for you to create this card as well. So stick with me, we'll create that in the end. And then over on my blog, you'll find that project sheet. The blog post won't go live for probably about an hour after I get off, only because I need to take a photo of the card that I'm creating tonight to put that over on my blog as well. So if you really like this card and you want that project sheet to print out, just give me an hour or so and then it'll be available once the blog post goes live. So yeah, all good. All right, so let's pop that camera down. We've had some cold weather here the last couple of days, which has been quite nice, really good sleeping weather. Well, I find it really great sleeping weather anyway, but I'm ready for the cooler weather. So I'm also just going to pop my other light on. I think that worked well last week. It's getting a little bit more darker in my craft room, so I don't like it when my videos are really dark, but my lights flicker too much as well, so I still haven't sorted that issue out. I have no idea what that is. So we have only today and tomorrow left to use this host code. This is March's host code. We have some really great specials with the March host code this month. Let me bring in and show you. So the first one would be anyone who purchases this month using this host code, you're going to receive this card here. This is the monthly appreciation card using the Sweet Citrus bundle and the Like an Animal DSP. Really pretty card. You'll also receive the March tutorial bundle. This is packed full of 47 projects. Really huge amount of bundle tutorials where you'll have full color photos, measurements and instructions, and some really great projects in there as well. And this one here is actually, my project is this one here in there, so super cute. Then this is for any order using the host code. If you're ordering over $100, you will receive the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle using the Rain or Shine suite from the mini catalogue. This is the card that I created a couple of weeks ago. You can come back and see that in here on YouTube. There are 12 projects in this bundle tutorial. I love these projects. I think the girls have done an amazing job with this suite. You can also purchase this whole tutorial bundle over my blog if you would like that. There is a link to that PayPal site if you would like to purchase that, but free with a $100 order. For anyone who's purchasing the Rhino Ready bundle, this is an online exclusive for this month. Purchasing this through me using the host code, you'll receive a exclusive card class. These are 3 cards using the Rhino Ready bundle, and I'll send them out to you with a full color PDF and a video tutorial. So if you like that Rhino Ready bundle, maybe that's an option for you and you get a free class with it. And also, today and tomorrow is the last time that you can pick up March's free card class. So if you're spending $70 in product using this host code, so that's in product, you will receive kits and PDF. Here are they. That's the 3 kits here for 3 projects using the Easter Bunny bundle. And I actually only use the stamp set, so really easy to use. Pick this little cracker treat. This cracker and treat die is actually in our new annual catalogue as well, so it's returning. And a great little treat box that holds some mini eggs as well. So $70 will get you this kit here for free. So that is till the end of the month, so the 31st, which is tomorrow, it's the last time to purchase that one. All right, I think that was the only announcements I had, but Tracy's Sunday Challenge, if you haven't joined in or you didn't see my Sunday's video, This week's theme is patterns, and let me show you the little project that we made here on YouTube. It is this one here. I chose the gingham, or the cottage gingham DSP, and we created a little treat Easter box. Isn't that gorgeous? One of those little lint bunnies in the background, and I've used the Rain or Shine DSP, and I've just fussy cut him out of the DSP. You could also use the stamp set, that would work as well. And that stamp set is in the new annual catalogue as well. So excited for that, that's awesome. Definitely haven't used that enough, but isn't that gorgeous? So there have been a few people who have already joined in this week's challenge using patterns as our theme. So if you'd like to join in, all you need to do is take a photo of your card or project, then come over to my Facebook page, find the pattern post, and then just pop your photo of your project or card in the description of that video. And yeah, even if you don't join in, go over and leave some comments for everyone as well. Let them know how much you love their project. Always a lot of fun. It gets a lot of creativity going. And if you like that box, I do have a project sheet on my blog, so it will be linked in that description of that video. So you can go over there, head over to the blog, and you can download the project sheet, which will tell you how to create that cute little box. And there's also supplies linked with that kit as well. Alrighty. That is everything there. Let's just have a quick chat about the retiring colours, because we do have, you know, a lot of retiring colours going through, and I would hate to see you miss out on any of the products that you could pick up now before they retire or before they sell out. So one thing that I'm really quite upset with is the Mango Melody. I use that a lot, so I'm very disappointed to see that go. I know we've still got pumpkin pie, so you know there are ones that you can still get, but the other colours are the retiring in colour. So you've got Soft Succulent, Polished Pink, Evening Evergreen, and Pale Papaya. The Fresh Freesia is still, it's coming into our in colour family, so have a look at these colours. So lots and lots of colours that we'll be leaving. Like I said before, if you have the ink pad and you don't have the re-inkers, really think about getting those re-inkers, because once these go dry, they're no good. Whereas if you have the re-inkers, they're going to last a long time. And you know, you can even colour basic white cardstock and create your own cardstock with them. So I think I have every single re-inker. I'm going to have to go through my drawer and just make sure, but yeah, definitely. So all the ribbons, all the embellishments, markers, stamping blends, DSP. We're losing all our DSP from both the annual and the mini catalogue. None of those are returning, but which usually that's the case. We've had a couple of times where we've had some DSP, whether it be like Christmas paper has come back, but for a lot of the times they do retire and they don't come back. You can sort of only get them in the clearance rack if they become available. Excuse me. Just checking comments. Oh, Miss Sue, did you say how old you're going to be? Oh, you're going to be 60. That's the new 50, Sue, don't stress. All good. Oh, Jeanette's husband's the same day. Nice. Yeah, Marion says she's a DSP hoarder. Me too. We need a DSP anonymous maybe. DSPA. Okay, so yeah, I've banged on about that enough. I do have the last chance list for both the mini catalogue and the annual catalogue. I will go through my catalogues and just mark each one what's retiring, if there's a percentage off, or you know, if there's a sale on each one. Hopefully within the next couple of days. I really want to try and get onto it as quickly as I can so you guys have that chance to purchase if you would like them. If you have any questions while we're here, please just ask. We can help out as we're working. All right, so let me show you that Muira card. That's what I'm going to call it. M-U-I-R-A is how it's spelt. But this was the card that I created for our team meeting. It's using the Favoured Flowers DSP. This was a free celebration DSP. I love this paper. It was so pretty, very bold and bright. But it opens up and it can sit up by itself as well. I have used the tailor-made tags with some vellum, and I've die cut, I've fussy cut a couple of the flowers from that DSP. I've used the coordinating set that went with this DSP, and I'm not sure of the name of it now, but I've done a little bit of die cutting from that bundle and the sentiment of hello. I've also added some of these gold embellishments. They are from the festive name's gone out of my head. Festive pearls, maybe, something like that. Anyway, and my Simply Elegant twine. Good news, everyone, the Simply Elegant twine is in the annual catalogue, and guess what? So is my stylish shape dies. That was one of the first things I checked. It was very tense until I found both those products. I was so excited. But yeah, this is the card that we're going to create, and I've got 5 cards to show you, and then we're going to create one as well. I'm using, for the other cards, I'm using the Regency Park DSP and the coordinating colours for that Regency Park DSP. So here is another one. I've gone with Happy Birthday for this one. And the stamp set I actually have used just a couple of stamp sets. So I have Peaceful Moments, which is great for all our sentiments there. I have the Happy Labels. This is returning in the annual catalogue as well. And then I've used the Petal Park, which is also returning. Whoop, whoop. Very, very happy with that. And then, like I said, we have the tailor-made tags, dies, and my stylish shapes. So I'm not sure how we're going to decorate today's card, but we'll work it out as we go. But I inked and heat embossed on with white powder onto the vellum, and I've used the square shaped stitched eyes, and I've also embossed my flowers there. So for this one, I've actually made my little triangles in DSP, and that's what we're going to do tonight as well. I picked 3 coordinating colours, which is pretty easy to do with this gorgeous paper. And again, I've used those festive pearls for embellishments on that one as well. So there's the second one. The third one is in Petal Pink, and I've got a Petal Pink circle that I've die cut from the stylish shapes. I've got a little twine in the background. We've heat embossed 2 of the flowers, and then I've coloured in one of the flowers here. My triangles is just basic white cardstock, and I've stamped them in Petal Pink, so I've done that on both top and bottom. This is just to give you a couple of ideas of how you could decorate. And these embellishments are... I used just a few different embellishments as I went through. Let me just check. They are the opaque adhesive back gems. So these ones here with the white ones. So that's that one. We have another one here in Night of Navy. And for this one here, I've actually used Balmy Blue cardstock. And I've used an embossing folder. And these are the Basics 3D embossing folders, which are part of the online exclusive. So I've just embossed those once I've cut them. We have 2 coordinating DSPs. I've stamped in crushed curry and balmy blue, as well as the shaded spruce. So all these colours have just come from that beautiful DSP. We've got a few loops of our Simply Elegant twine. And then for our embellishments, I have used the pastel adhesive back sequins. So these ones here in the blue, pink and gold. So I'm sure they have colours, but they're not written there. They're actually probably in the catalogue. All right, and the last one that I have to show you before we start creating is upside down. There we go. So this one here, I created a belly band for something a little bit different. I've got the crushed curry belly band, and let me see if I can show you here. So at the top and the bottom, I have just scored. There we go. Scored along the top and the bottom 2 rows, just to give it a little bit of a really nice detail. I've embossed with that Basics Embossing 3D folders. So there's actually 3 in the set. I've used 2 of them. We have our stylish shape circle, stylish shape banner. And for our flowers, I've stamped Night of Navy ink onto crushed curry cardstock. And these embellishments here are the pastel pearls, no? Opal rounds, those ones, which are really pretty. They come in 3 sizes, so I was able to use like a small, medium and a large with the flowers, which worked out really well. And then our card has 3 coordinating DSPs. So as you can see, every one that I've created, I've used this rhombus. I have to actually ask my daughter, who is a teacher, what that shape was. I could not find it anywhere, and I couldn't remember back to my primary school days. So it's a rhombus. So in all those, I have done a white piece, but in the one that I created for our team meeting, I actually just used a strip of basic white, and I left it the same colour as the card base. So that's one way of doing it as well, just to make it a little bit easier for you. That way you're not cutting this basic white piece. You're just cutting a little rectangle that you can stamp onto. So yeah, and this one I just thought was really nice, using a belly band to keep it shut. But so I've given you a few different ideas there on how to create them, how to decorate. So super easy. Let's hope that I don't muck this up now that I've said that. All right, so let me grab my supplies. Like I said, there is a project sheet that'll be over on my blog later on tonight. Check that out. I've got my samples except for the one that I'm creating tonight. And then we have our measurements and some diagrams that will help you when you're popping the card together. So we're starting off, I've got crushed curry card base for the card itself. I've got the basic white for that rhombus. And then I've got 2 pieces of DSP, same size. They're coordinating, and then another 2 pieces of smaller ones. Now these are for our little triangles that we're going to create. And then I've just got some scrap cardstock that we can decorate the front of the card with. Balmy blue, Night of Navy, crushed curry and basic white. So I'm not sure what we'll use or how it'll look, but I've got a little bit of everything, and I can always go and grab something different if we need it. And this is this gorgeous paper. What I really love about this paper is it has like a texture look to it. It looks like linen. And I was really blown away when I got this paper, because in the catalogue it really doesn't look quite so nice. But up close, it is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like material. So this, I think, is really a must with DSP. If you love your DSP, this one is one that you're going to want to get before we lose it. And I've got that Simply Elegant twine to create our embellishing as well. Marion says, oh, everyone's a hoarder. That's okay. We're in good company, everyone. I think we're all the same. Marion says that's why she loves the paper shares. Yeah, and I'll be doing a paper share for the annual catalogue as well. So if you like to get all the papers and maybe not spend a complete fortune, but you want them all, that's a great way of getting it. You get a quarter pack of each of the DSPs. So keep watching me if you're interested in that. Oh, thank you, everyone. I'm glad that you're enjoying the look of the cards. Shapes on the other side of the rhombus are quadrilaterals. Well, thank you, Nicole. I obviously was not paying attention in primary school, or I just didn't keep that in my head anymore. Oh, great. All right. So we're going to start creating our card. Like I said, our card base is 5 7/8 by 10.5. We're going to do 2 score lines at 3.5 and 7 inches. So 3.5 and 7. And then what we're going to do is we're going to need to make some marks. So in this first score line, which is the 3.5 inch, we're going to make a mark at 2 inches from the top. And then the 7 inch mark, we're going to go from the bottom and make a mark 2 inches up. So the top one we'll do at 2 inches. And what I found was easy is to pop it at the 2 inch mark, lay my arm down, and then I'm going to bring in my stylus and then just make a mark on that score line. Okay, so we've got our 2 inches down from the first score line. I'm going to flip it around the other way so we can mark the 2 inch mark from the bottom. So let's line it up again at the bottom, close the arm, and then I'm just going to make a mark on that score line. So I don't know how well that picks up, but let me grab, and I'm going to use a metal ruler for this. It just makes it easier. I've got just a wooden ruler as well, but I've made little indents in it because wood will move with when you're scoring. So I'm going to grab my metal ruler out for that, and I'm going to start at my little 2 inch mark, line my ruler up right alongside it, and then I'm just going to scoot it over so it's right at the edge of that corner of the card. And just going to give it a couple of score lines up, pressing down. There we go. So hopefully you can see that. I know it's a little hard. Yeah, you can see that. And then we're going to go from that mark again, so placing my score stylus there, and I'm going to move my ruler up to that 7 inch score line. A little hard to see with the lights, but I think we've got it at the right spot. So we have scored all the way there, and then the one in the middle. We're going to do the same with the bottom one. So from that 2 inch mark, I'm going to line up my ruler, and then moving it over to that 3.5 inch score line right at the very bottom there. And then that mark to the very bottom of the card. This is going to create that gorgeous fold. Okay. So the first score line, we're going to go backwards. So we have it opening up just like that. I am going to use my bone folder and give that a good press down. You have it. And then for the top two rectangles, we're actually going to score them backwards. So we're going to be really careful in just manipulating that down like so. And then the other side. And then once you've sort of manipulated both of them back a little bit, just fold your card over. I'm going to bring in the bone folder and just give that nice crisp sides. Like so. And that gives us that fold to start with. This one here, the bottom, is going to fold inwards. So I'm going to fold in this way. And then on the other side, and I'm probably making it look a little bit harder, but you've sort of got to let it manipulate its way through so it folds properly. And then we can just push down. So we have our fold. Perfect. We move this to the side, then we can start with our other pieces. So for the front, this one here, and then the other side, we're also going to have to do a little bit of scoring and cutting. So these two pieces measure, there's two exactly the same, 3 1/4 by 5 5/8. We're going to take the one that I want at the front of the card, and I'm going to make a mark at 3 3/3. So I'm popping it in at 3 3/4. I'm going to make the mark over here, right on the very edge. Hopefully I'm going to be able to see that. Yep. So we have the mark here, and to be able to go on the front, what we're going to do is we're going to go from that mark to that corner of our DSP, and we're just going to chop that straight off. So I'm lining up that mark and the top of the corner, and I'm just going to slice that through. And what that'll do is that gives us the front of our card. Now you can do the same with the other side, making sure that you're cutting the right side, or you can turn this over so it's going to go the right way on this side, and then I just line them up. And I've done that with all of them because, to be honest, I thought it was easier than scoring both and hoping that I did the right measurements. So I've just lined those two up. I'm going to cut through and they will be perfect. So I've got one there and one at the front. Pretty easy, hey? All right, so we're going to do the rhombus next. And for that, I used the basic white. But like I'd said on my first one that I did with the team meeting, you could leave this whole completely the same color as your card base and maybe just put a strip of basic white or any other color. You could also put another piece of DSP in there and then just add some embellishments or die cuts or anything you would like in the center. And that would save you creating this rhombus. But the great thing is, when you do it with a basic white piece, this will actually give you your rectangles for the top. So it'll give you 2 of the rectangles. So the basic white card, it measures 3 1/4 by 5 5/8. We're going to make a mark at 2 inches from the top. So I'm going to turn it to the side. 2 inches. Let's get rid of these. So it's at 2 inches from the left-hand side. I'm going to bring my stylus in and just create a mark. Actually, let me grab my pencil instead. There we have it. So that we are going to cut from here up to this one here. And then on this side, we're going to make a mark . I think it's the same thing. Let me have a look, 2 inches. Yeah, so that's, we're going to cut from this 2-inch mark down. So let's do that really quickly. So from our mark on the right hand side down to the top, or down to the bottom. And then from the top down. And when you're cutting from, you know, one side of cardstock to a point, always cut from the other side. So if they're both at points of your cardstock, cut from the middle. So start your cut at the middle and then go out, and then lift it up over that point because you're going to burr the point a little bit, and then come back the other way. And then that way, you're not roughing up your cardstock at all. There we go, a rhombus, which should fit in there perfectly, which is just what we want. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is create our triangles. And for that, I've used 2 pieces of our DSP. Now this can be a little bit tricky if you want to use the same side, because I want to keep them all 4 triangles to be exactly the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4. To be able to do that, because we have one of these triangles will go with one of these triangles at the top, and then the same for the bottom. We'll have one of each side. So what you want to do is you want to be able to cut these 2 pieces on different sides. So for this one here, we're going to cut from the top left down to the bottom right. And then for our second piece, we'll cut from the top right down to the bottom left. So that way we'll have the triangles going the right way, and it will be the very same side of DSP. So here we are, we're cutting from one corner to another corner, like I said before. So I'm just going to move my blade up a little bit, place my arm down, and I'm going to go up. I'm lifting my blade up just slightly over that corner, and then I'm going to come down to the other side. And then we haven't burred any of our edges there. Okay, so we have this one cut that way. For this one, we're going to cut the opposite way. So from the top right to the bottom left. So in the middle, pushing down, go down, lifting my blade up, and then pushing back down again. Okay, let me move these ones out of the road. We have all our pieces except our decorating. Let's pop this together, and now it's just working out where each one goes, which sometimes I can wing it just like I've done there, and then sometimes I can't work a puzzle to save my life. So we've done well. Look at that, so cute. So I'm going to bring in my liquid glue. So let's get this one, it is Muir, and then we can start decorating. I'll try and look at comments as we're just gluing these in. I love the colours in this DSP. They're right up my alley, and that linen look is just so pretty. So once you've got your folds burnished well, you won't have any problems popping the card together. They do sit quite well. So I'm using the Petal Park bundle, which is a punch bundle, but you could use any one you like. You could change the DSP. This would work with any of your scraps that you have. Use your coordinating cardstock. This is a great one to use up some DSP. Just Stick my rhombus in next. And I think I have to check my blog post because I did start my blog post and then my daughter got back to me and she said it was a rhombus. And I think I called it something else because I really wasn't sure. So I have to make sure that it is in the blog post as a rhombus. There we have that one. Let's do our little triangles. So hopefully you guys will, if you haven't tried this card fold before, you'll give it a go. And if you're watching me and you're on my team and you didn't join in with the team meeting a couple of weeks ago, you've still got time to join in the challenge. So each month we have a challenge, a crafty challenge, and there's prizes to be won. So create your Muira card, pop it in the team page, and you can join in the challenge and win a prize next month, maybe. Just super fun. And I just love seeing everyone's creations. So if you're not part of my team and you do create one of these cards, please share it with us. I'd love to see what you're creating. And if you'd like to join a team that crafts together, it's certainly come and have a look at the INKY stampers because we're fun. Look at that. I have popped a little bit of glue there, so let me get that. It's a little bit of a, using that liquid glue, I do tend to pop too much down and end up with it everywhere, but it's easily fixed with one of these. So cute. All right, so now to work out how we're going to decorate. So I do have both Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, Crushed Curry and Basic White. I suppose, what do you guys think? I can use a tag. I could use one of my stylish shapes. I've got my petal park out, so I can do some flowers. But I do have, for the sentiments, I've got the happy labels or the peaceful moments out. So I don't know what you guys want to use. I'll hang on to these and then I'm going to have a look at comments. So chime in and leave a comment if you would like to see one of these stamp sets used. And let me know whether you would like a shape or a tag for the front. Yes, Judith, you did start something with this beautiful card. Judith was the one that came up with the theme, which I absolutely love. Thank you, Judith. Nicole says this DSP is great for those who aren't into bright pink florals. Yes. Oh, Nicole, I don't feel bad then if you're reinforcing the shape names every year. So, like I said to my daughter, it's been a long time since I was in primary school, a very long time. Oh, Sue said you could do both of these two together and just put the DSPs together. Yes, definitely. That would work and probably make it a lot easier as well. All right. Love you, miss you, Marion says. Oh, this one here. We could do that. We could do that on a banner. Let's see which banner would look good with that one. So this bundle is actually a punch bundle. Yep, here's one that I've used. A nice long skinny sentiment, which would work. Ooh. just. That one just. That's okay, we can do that. So what colour would you like that die cut into? I'll quickly die cut this. We can have Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, or the crushed curry. I think it would be nice in the Night of Navy, and we'll heat emboss with the white. I think that's what we're going to do. Night of Navy, and I'll heat emboss. And then we can do our flowers in yellows and blues. And maybe I'll get out the petal pink. And we could do some flowers in petal pink as well. So run this one through. Oh, Marion, you're reading my mind. Night of Navy, white emboss. So we have our little banner there. Pop that away. So I'll use my embossing buddy just because that's cardstock that's sat on my desk and I've probably picked it up quite a few times. So Versamark ink to stamp in. Now we could do gold or silver because I'll use my twine to emboss with. Which one would you like? Gold or silver? I'll grab out both. Nicole said silver, that was quick. Okay, we're going to go with silver. We've got a couple of silvers there. And this little banner is really, really small, so I'm actually going to use my tweezers for that. And I might even emboss the flowers. That would look really pretty. And then just pop a few around behind it. So that embossed well. I'm going to also emboss the flowers in crushed curry and balmy blue. And I'm using the detailed stamp set with that one. And once again, these have been sitting on my desk, so sorry guys, I didn't intend it to be a long video, but I really wanted to go through the colours with the colour refresh and just talk quickly about the retiring things so you guys don't miss out. Okay. I'm going to do that in silver as well. But this could honestly be decorated anyway. Can't go wrong with a bit of embossing on your cards. Really creates a bit of elegance to a card, I think. So I have those two. Now you could also colour in maybe with your Stampin' Right marker or water painters, your stamping blends, but be careful not to go too close to that embossing that you've just embossed. If you wanted to add a little bit of colour, you could also use the blending brushes or little sponge daubers if you wanted to add a little bit extra colour. I'm actually going to leave them completely the way they are. I like that look. So we have lots of little flowers, and you know, you might not use them all, and that's fine. But what I'm thinking is adding a few behind that sentiment. Something like that. And then adding some of the twine behind it. So I'm going to layer these just using some glue dots to get the positioning. Glue dots are an amazing adhesive. So did I tell you guys that I've decided I want to do a bit of crocheting? Yesterday while I was in town, I went in and got some wool and a crochet hook. And yeah, I had a bit of fun last night. I'm not very good at it. I'm learning. But I think just something that I wanted to do over winter. And, you know, I can't craft and watch TV with my husband, so I thought this would be a great way to still be able to sit and watch TV with him, but also just do something while I'm watching TV. I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding there is really nothing on TV to watch lately, so I'm a little bored, and I thought that, you know, this might just help. And I did pick up a book while I was in Spotlight, and it was Crocheted Animals. I will admit it is way, way beyond anything that I can even look at, but I'd love to be able to create a little chihuahua with crocheting a little chihuahua. So that's something I want to work on, because my daughter wants a chihuahua and her boyfriend doesn't like them, so it might be the only way that she'll get to have one is a crocheted one, but it's way out of my league right now. So I've just created a big bow. We'll see what that looks. Yeah, I think that looks good. So I can chop that end off. You could create little loops as well, which is what I've done on the others, but nice big bow. Looks pretty. So I'm going to just grab a glue dot for that. And I've used all the flowers, so if I want to add extra flowers to the inside, I'm going to have to stamp some more, I think. Or I could just stamp some maybe. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, let's bring the card back in. Now I can either pop that down, but what would look really nice is maybe using the circles and some vellum and putting a little piece of vellum behind there. Just depends on what size. Maybe the second largest. No, that's too small. Largest. Yeah, let's go the largest. So I'm just going to grab some vellum out of my tray. So I'm interested, do any of you guys do crocheting? My hubby said that he's too young to have a grandma wife, but you know what, I don't see it as an old person's thing. I just see it as another craft, which I've got enough paper crafting to do. Really don't need to add another craft, but I don't know what's been pulling me towards it, so I'm going to go with it, see how I go. Nice big circle. Oh yeah, now that is really, really cute. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back of each of those. Might need to get another sheet out. So because we've just used glue dots to pop them all together, I want to make sure that I'm adding enough dimensionals that I'm not going to have everything sort of fall off, and keep it together. So lots and lots of dimensionals, you can't go wrong. Yes, Nicole, I love it when the embossing powder turns shiny. That, I think, is one of the best things for new stampers, is to show them heat embossing. It's always a wow factor. So I'm using those dimensionals to pop up on the vellum, and then what I'm going to use, I can either pop this up again. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to pop some more dimensionals down over the top of where they are now, and everything will stay hidden, and it'll have good coverage of adhesive on there as well. Yeah, when I did classes, it was, you know, for the new crafters, heat embossing was always something that made them fall in love with creating and card making. Oh, your grandmothers gave up on you trying to teach you how to... Oh, Nicole. Yeah, look, I don't know whether I'm going to be very good at it, but yeah, we'll wait and see. I'm going to give it a go anyway. I will say I did sit and do a little bit last night while we were watching TV, and Mum come over and had a look today, and it's just this little piece, and I've got circles in spots, and anyway, I wasn't following anything. I just watched a lot of videos over the last, you know, week, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go, and that's what I did. So it's sort of like a piece of wool that's got a whole heap of different stitches that I couldn't tell you what the stitches are, but you know, it still looks good. So I think we do need to stick something there. So I'm gonna go with the Night of Navy for this one, and we'll just add, you know, maybe one of the flowers down rather than all of them. And that will finish the card off. So a great way to use your scraps, great way to use your DSP up, and a real wow card. Once you have your measurements done, it really doesn't, it's not a hard card once you've got your measurements right. Oh, Judith, maybe I should get you to be teaching me. I'm a righty though, so. Oh, Nicole, my husband's definitely not going to be doing it. He's happy just to sit and watch TV. It's me that's not happy just to sit there and watch TV. If I could move my craft room to the lounge room and craft while we're watching TV, that'd be alright, but yeah, that's not happening, so we'll just try crocheting in winter time. So we can use any one of these. I think the big one is just too big. Yeah, I really like that one. So I'm just going to pop that one down. Use liquid glue for that. Left-handed people are always right. That is so cute. Isn't that nice? It's really nice with that vellum circle in the background. It just really not dulls down the DSP, but softens it. So it's really pretty. Now, embellishments. I have to add some sort of embellishment because I've done that with every single other one. What I might add is I really like these festive pearls. I think they're really pretty. And let me see if I've got gold left or if I used them all. No, I've used them all. Okay, let me see what I've got in gold. We have the butterflies, and I reckon the butterflies will be perfect. That's what we're going to go with. So one there. One just there. So an update with my son's puppy. She hasn't given birth yet. We still don't know how many, so between 3 and 6. But the vet did say any day now. That was last Friday. So I thought she would be here on Saturday. Michaela, my son's girlfriend, thought Sunday. I think my husband said Tuesday. And my son said just one day during the week. Anyway, so I think my son's going to win. Look at that. Is that not just the cutest card? I think anyone would love to get that card in the mail or, you know, for their birthday or whatever. Let me bring in all those others. So pop on over to my blog later tonight or tomorrow and you can download that project sheet if you want to create one yourself. If you do, please share it with me. I would love to see what you create with it. And then if you're part of the team, the INKY Stampers team, and you haven't created your card for the month, make sure you create it and pop it over into the team Facebook page so you can go in the draw for a free product. Alright everyone, if you're in need of any of the supplies that I've used on today's card, I would love it if you shopped with me. You can shop in my online store using this host code for March. There'll be a new one for April, but there's tons and tons of freebies just for shopping with me. So I showed them at the beginning of the video. I won't go through that again, but I would love to spoil you. So if you are interested in anything that I've used today, please, I would love it if you shopped with me. Oh, thank you everyone. Yeah, it did need some bling, I agree. Oh, good, Jeanette. On the list to make. Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nicole, I was wondering whether you should have been at work or not. It's been nice to have you catch me live as well. All right, everyone. I'll be back on Sunday with another video. I will be working on creating a video with all the retiring products that will be leaving us, so keep an eye out for that here on this channel. And I'll be back on Sunday with another Tracy's Sunday Challenge at 8:30 if you would like to come and join me for that as well. If you haven't, give me a thumbs up. I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up before you left, and if you haven't hit subscribe, you could do that as well. Alright everyone, enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye bye.